Hello students, welcome to online classes. Our channel and to subscribe it and to click bell icon for getting all channel notifications. Hope you all are fine, be safe and keep others safe. Now your chapter is water. The earth is considered as unique planet because of has conditions required to support life. The conditions that support the existence of life as availability of an adequate amount of water. The conditions that supports the existence of life, there are three things: moderate temperature, availability of an adequate amount of water, third, presence of atmosphere. According to the chapter, two-thirds of the Earth's surface is covered with water. When seen from outer space, and for this reason, the Earth looks blue in color, hence it is called the blue planet. Presence of an adequate amount of water makes life possible on the Earth. Now the water cycle. Water continually changes its form. The heat of the sun evaporates water and changes it into water vapor. The water vapor, being warm, rises high and gradually cool down and condenses to form clouds. These clouds rain, snowfall, hailstorm, and the water returns to the earth, filling on land or sea, etc. Water that falls on land collects in rivers which carry it back to the oceans. This continuous movement of water is called water cycle. Otherwise, we can say it the hydrological cycle. The availability of water and its volume varies from place to place and from season to season. However, there are certain human activities such as the cutting down of trees, polluting water bodies, and wasting water has affected the water cycle adversely. Man must make efforts to conserve these precious resources. Conservation of water. Water is a renewable, recyclable resource and it is becoming scarce. We must take strong resolve to conserve water for future. We can take some steps to save water in future. Some points are given as ensure all taps and appliances are in order. Second, avoid flushing trash in the toilets. Use a bucket for watering plants. Use water in which fruits and vegetables have been washed to water potted plants. Any water left in bottles should be poured it over a plant rather than throwing it down the drain. Use washing machines only with a full load. Reuse the water used for rinsing clothes. Last point, make rainwater harvesting compulsory. Distribution of water bodies. Water is the key life supporting factor on the earth. It is called the watery planet because 71% of the earth's surface is covered with water, while only 29% is the land area. The water is found in oceans, seas, lakes, rivers, etc. The domain of water is called the hydrosphere. Though about two-thirds of the earth is covered with water, two-thirds or 71% with water, yet the water fit for human consumption is only 3%. 97% of the water on the earth is saline water that cannot be usable for human beings, and it is found in the oceans and seas which is not suitable for human consumption. Out of the 3% of fresh water, 2% is in the form of ice caps and glaciers, and 1% is available in the form of surface water. This is found in rivers, lakes, groundwater, or in the gaseous form as water vapor in the atmosphere. Fresh water is the most valuable natural resource and must be used judiciously without wasting and polluting it. Salinity. What is salinity? The amount of salt in the ocean water is called salinity. Means 1000 gram of ocean water contains 35 gram of salt. Here is the description of Dead Sea. The salinity level in the Dead Sea is 240 gram per 1000 grams. Now we are describing about movement on of ocean water. Oceans are very large water bodies surrounding the continents. There are four main oceans on the surface of the earth. These are the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Indian Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. These oceans have a moderating effect on the climate of coastal areas of the continents. The ocean water is never still. Every moment, every time is in motion. Its movement can be categorized as waves, tides, and currents. These movements are caused due to difference in temperature, salinity, and prevailing winds. Waves. What are waves? When surface water of the oceans rises and falls alternately, they are called waves. These are caused by the action of wind, which pushes the water in an up and down movement. The waves travel in the direction of the wind. The shape and height of the wave depends on the speed of the wind. A light breeze produces gentle waves, while a strong wind causes huge waves, which cause tremendous destruction. Giant waves are like the tsunami are caused by earthquake or volcanic eruptions on the ocean floor. Now tides. Tides are periodic rise and fall of ocean water at regular intervals twice a day is called a tide. Tides are experienced in the oceans and seas. When the level of seawater rises, it is high tide. When the level falls, it is low tide. Gravitational attraction of the moon and sun cause these tides. These occur twice a day. As the moon is closer to the earth, it exerts larger gravitational pull causing high tides. The height of tides depends upon the relative position of the moon and the sun with respect to the earth. During full moon and new moon days, the sun, the moon, and the earth are in the same line, resulting in extra high tides. These are called spring tides. When the moon is in the first and last quarter, the sun and moon are the right angles and the water gets down in diagonally opposite directions. This results in low tides which are called neap tides. Usefulness of tides. Tides are useful for navigation, fishing and trade. High tides help the ships to enter or leave the harbors easily. Tides help in fishing. During high tides, more fish come near the shore, helping the fishermen to get plentiful catch. Tides also help to generate electricity. Now we are describing about ocean currents. Ocean currents, the horizontal movement of ocean water in the form of streams in a definite direction is called an ocean current. The factors which give rise to ocean currents and modify their courses are action of planetary winds. What are planetary winds? Planetary winds are permanent winds. These are winds which constantly blow in a particular direction throughout the year, that is, planetary winds or permanent winds. Second, variation in temperature and density of ocean water. Third, rotation of the earth. Fourth, shapes of coastlines. These are the factors to modify their courses and rise to ocean currents. Ocean currents may be warm or cold. Those currents which originate near the equator and move towards the poles are warm currents. The cold currents move from the poles towards the equator or tropics or lower latitudes. Warm currents are less dense than cold ocean currents. The general circulation of ocean currents is clockwise in the northern hemisphere and anti-clockwise in the southern hemisphere due to the rotation of the earth. Ocean currents have great influence on the climate and economic activities of an area. Warm currents raise the temperature over land surface, while cold currents lower the temperature of the coastal areas. In places where warm and cold currents meet, dense fog is produced, which reduces the visibility, making it risky for the ships to sail. Warm currents keep the seas and ocean free from icebergs, thus provide safe and easy sailing in the cold regions. Turbulent, turbulent means disturbance. Ocean water further pose more challenge. These areas where the warm and cold ocean currents meet are also the best fishing grounds in the world. Planktons, which are an excellent source of food for fishes, are found here in sufficient amount. At the last, I am asking some questions which are described in the contents. Question number 1: what is salinity? All of you know it has described. What are the three movements of the ocean water? Third, what is tides? Four, what forms the hydrosphere? Fifth, what are ocean currents? Thank you.